somebody asked me, what does it feel like to get a new handbag? And I said, it feels like fireworks. I bought a lot of handbags from boutiques, but also from the secondhand market, which is what we like to call the pre-loved market. It's a much funner, nicer, gentler name, I think. I have had a lot of experience in, and when I saw that there was an opening to start my own business, I jumped at the chance because I knew I had the knowledge. I like to make things affordable and accessible for all walks of life because I think everybody deserves to feel like a rock star.
Hey guys, do you want to learn about affordability, luxury, and sustainability all in one episode? Well, today I have Jamie Manzuik with me today. She is a luxury resale company, and I cannot wait to get into this episode. Thanks, Jamie, for being on the show today.
Thank you for having me.
Jamie, what was the driving factor behind opening this luxury resale business that you have today?
Well, if I'm honest, it's my luxury handbag habit that I have.
Yes.
And I bought a lot of handbags, from boutiques, but also from the secondhand market, which is what we like to call the pre-loved market. It's a much funner, nicer, gentler name, I think. It's just something that I have had a lot of experience in. And when I saw that there was an opening to start my own business, I jumped at the chance because I knew I had the knowledge and I had a lot of experience, and it just seemed like a lot of fun.
How did it start? I mean, did you just say, okay, I'm going to get a studio, I'm going to do this outside of my house? Like, what was the beginning of building your business? So
I did a lot of pre-loved shopping, and there's what I personally call cold websites, like the big websites, like Fashion File and The Real, no disrespect to those companies at all. I have purchased from them, but there's nobody to talk to. I mean, you can send an email and say, I have a question about this bag. You're lucky if somebody responds and they know exactly what bag you're talking about because they have warehouses. So I came across on Instagram, I think this was during COVID, these two ladies who were doing Instagram lives, and they were in what looked like a closet, and they were trying bags on, and they were talking about them, and they were for sale. And you could chat with them right there in real time. And so I could say, could you show me that red Gucci bag on your shoulder, or can you wear it crossbody? And they would do it right there for me. So I could see what that would look like on a body. And they would show the inside, and if there was any, sort of marks or something, any what we call call-outs, scratches or anything like that. You saw the whole bag. You saw the inside. You saw the pockets. You saw the buckles up close. You saw what it looked like on a shoulder, crossbody, or just holding it in your hand. So I knew exactly what that bag would, do for me. Not only was that cool, but they were on several times a week. So it kind of started to feel like I know these ladies, like they're my friends, and we're all playing in a closet. We're all playing with luxury bags. And, it was fun. They were down to earth. They were cool. And they knew a lot about luxury too. And they were very, very adamant about authenticity, which is hugely important because if you're going to pull the trigger and buy a luxury bag for X amount of dollars, you want to make sure that it's a real bag.
Yeah.
So I felt safe there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, you get to actually see the product, which is very unlike unless you're actually in a store.
Correct.
And you're having, the sales rep at Chanel in the gloves, bring you down the item. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes a big difference. It's really hard for me to make a purchase when I'm spending that much money unless I know exactly what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
But if I'm shopping on a website and I'm like, oh, well, I know they have the dimensions there, but like, what does it look like on a body? And that's really powerful.
Right. Or does a phone fit in this pocket? Or can I put my iPad in there? Or, there's a lot of questions.
And so you started this in 2020?
Let's see. I'm about to be 2 years old. So, yeah. It was a little bit after that. So I started watching these two ladies, and I'd been watching them for a while, for maybe a year or so, and they started talking about possibly opening up franchises. So you would buy the franchise from them.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, I can totally do this. Like, this is so, like, my niche. Like,
yeah.
So I reached out when they started talking about it. And I don't think it was quite offered at the time, but they invited me out to where they are. Their headquarters is in Florida. I flew out there a few months later, met with them, and kind of did this like discovery week of, what the process is, what they go through, what it looks like from their end, how they purchase and source and consign and sell and do lives. And I was like, yeah, this is for me. So I did it.
The perfect business for Jamie.
Exactly. Yeah.
And I think what really is important, or I know that it's important in your mission and your values, is sustainability.
Right. Right.
So talk to me about how that plays into your missions with your business. Like, how was that part of the reason why you said yes to this franchise?
Yeah. So when I was in college, my sister bought me a Christian Dior saddlebag. It was my first luxury handbag. And I wore that thing until the wheels fell off. And then because I'd had such a nice handbag, I didn't want to go back to getting something that was non-luxury. So, of course, I'm looking and I realize, oh my gosh, I don't have the funds for this, going to a boutique. But there was like eBay, you can, but you never know if it's real. But again, more affordable. So there was that lack of affordability, places that had pre-loved items that were maybe once your dream bag, now it's somebody else's dream bag.
Yeah.
So I forgot where I was going with it.
It's okay.
So there was a gap there. There's either you have a boutique or, somebody's handing a bag down to you. Like, my mom's handed me down one of her bags, which maybe not be my style. So having these places with these pre-loved items that were, from somebody was like, oh, I need to have this double flap Chanel bag. This is my dream bag. They don't use it so much anymore. Now it can be somebody else's dream bag. Somebody else has been searching for that bag, and now it's their dream bag.
Yeah.
And so the cycle continues.
Well, even in the last, my last Chanel bag that I purchased had to be in Dubai a couple years ago. And that was ridiculous because they charge more over there. But they had the products, and that was a thing going. You saw through 2020, 2021, you go in the stores and they get a bag and it's gone.
Right.
And now Chanel, since then, I'm using Chanel as an example because this is from experience, that my $8,500 bag, which is insane, is now like $13,000.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And it's like, okay, first of all, that $8,500 is a chunk of change, right? But you're purchasing what you're buying and all the things.
It's an investment.
It's an investment. That's what I say. I've used that a few times.
It's true, though. I mean, if you are a collector, fine. You're going to collect and you're going to keep them. I've seen people that have these amazing closets and, they're temperature controlled and, everything's wiped down and beautiful. But if you're someone like me who is okay to let go of a bag every once in a while so you can get something new, that's investment. It's an investment piece. You're going to get more money back than you paid. So, for instance, I as well have purchased a medium-sized double flap. It's lambskin. I think I paid about $8,000. But now, at the boutique, they are $11,500, I believe. So,
yeah. So if I was in the market for a new one and whatever, wanted to let that go, like that 11 is like, yeah, not happening or whatever. But if I came in and said, if it's something, the one good thing that I love about, because I've seen your handbags, I've been very fortunate, guys. She's beautiful handbags. They're
Thank you.
Barely touched. If not, they're really, really loved. And so you could make an investment in something like that and pay a lot less and feel like really good about yourself. I think this is such a genius idea.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not only to have the ability to wear something that makes you feel yummy and whatever, all the goodies that we feel, but it also elevates you.
It does. So somebody asked me, what does it feel like to get a new handbag? And I said, it feels like fireworks. That feeling of, all those bright colors and excitement. And that's what it feels like to put it on. That's what it feels like to me. It feels something, to somebody else could feel completely different. But that's my explanation.
Fireworks.
It's like
I like
a
that.
celebration. Yeah.
So I would love to hear from you as a boutique owner selling all different brands, luxury brands. What do you think that when you see others on the street wearing a luxury item, what does it say about them to you?
To me, it says they like to dress well. Clearly, they feel good about themselves. They have that accessory that somebody's going to look at and go, all right, she's got it. It's kind of neat. I love being able to, spy different handbags wherever I go. I just went to Disney World with my kids for a week. There were so many luxury handbags in Disney World. I was shocked. I was totally shocked. Yeah. So that was kind of neat.
You're like, this is like seeping into other markets.
Right. So I think the top bag I saw that week was the Louis Vuitton Neverfull. A lot of moms carried those. Clearly, you probably have, snacks in there, or, toys or whatever. But I did see a Chanel backpack, a Chanel boy bag. We saw a Birkin.
Wow.
Yeah. So people Disney World is expensive.
I was just going to say, it's not Chuck E. Cheese.
Correct. So, it was just kind of fun. We were like, I had my daughter, who's my only employee. So she's quite familiar with the luxury handbag world as well. And we were like, wow, look at that. That woman's got a Birkin on her arm. And we're in line for the Jungle Cruise.
Like, damn.
Yeah.
Well, as an image consultant, I see there is an elevated presence with them. Whatever their message is, whatever their style is, because there are so many different styles in the luxury market. But your handbag, your accessories are like the finishing product.
Right.
Makeup's an accessory. It's your finishing product. Eyewear, all the, jewelry, the nails.
Right.
And the handbag.
Right.
And that to me says so many things about the person.
It does.
The color, right? Are they fun? Do they like simple? Are they just classic?
Are you neutral? Are you colorful?
Yeah.
What I like about my business, though, is I make those products accessible to people who probably can't afford to go to the boutique. Or maybe that they don't feel comfortable walking into a boutique because maybe they look a certain way. I love hearing from somebody, oh my goodness, I just bought my first luxury handbag from you. I never thought I would own one. That makes me feel so good that I've been able to provide that to someone who never thought they'd own one. I had an experience at a Chanel boutique a handful of years ago. We live in Vegas. It was July. I've got shorts on and a tank top. Didn't really look like a Chanel customer. Also, I'm covered in tattoos. I have a lot of tattoos on my body. So the first two ladies in there completely ignored me. And another little lady came around from the back. Her name is May. She's a lovely, lovely person. And she said, can I help you? And I said, yes, I'm actually looking for a classic double flap, please, in the size medium. And she brought a few around to me, and I bought one from her. And the other two had ignored me. Saw that.
That's terrible.
I know how that feels when you don't have a certain aesthetic and you walk into a boutique. It does feel a little awkward. I will admit I felt uncomfortable from the way I was viewed, I guess. So I want everybody that shops with me to feel comfortable. I'm not your average Chanel, customer, I guess, that walks in there. So if you're tattooed like me, come on in.
There's a place for you.
There's a place. I want everybody to feel comfortable when they shop with me. And I like to make things affordable and accessible for all walks of life because I think everybody deserves to feel like a rock star.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. I think that's really important. And you fill that space for somebody that may not. I've never really thought about that. Someone didn't want to go into Chanel or Louis Vuitton or whatever because they felt uncomfortable. For me, that's always been my like comfortable space, but I can see how that can be maybe a little daunting to somebody.
Yeah. I think that's one of my superpowers, though, is I like to kind of push the envelope.
No.
And, just kind of see what happens. And, so, yeah, I like to make waves.
Ooh. Yes, I think you can do that, especially here. So what is some of the key elements someone should know before purchasing a handbag?
Oh, good call. Great question. So I think you should know what it is you're comfortable wearing. If you're going to spend X amount of dollars, this is something that you probably want to utilize on a daily basis. What color is going to work with most of your wardrobe? Also, when you're looking on our website and you pick out that specific bag that's just calling to you, make sure you look at each and every picture. Because we do have pre-loved items, although I do only take things in that are in excellent to pristine condition, there are going to be a few things. Little hairline mark on a piece of hardware, maybe a little rub on a corner where it doesn't look like it's super brand new anymore. But all in all, the piece is going to be perfect. I want you to look at every angle of that bag to make sure that you know what it is that you're purchasing. In our descriptions online, we make sure that we add everything that we see, so that you're not surprised when it comes to your door. But also take into consideration the dimensions and whether or not that bag is going to be big enough for your phone or, if you're purchasing something bigger, possibly your laptop. So just to make sure that that bag's going to work for you. You make your bag work for you.
Stuff the phone in there. It's going to fit, I promise.
Yeah, you have to make sure that it is, because we are you can't return the bag. So I'm trying to think. I'm losing my train of thought here. What we say on our website. All sales are final.
Yeah.
So you have to make sure that that bag is really going to be your bag. Yeah.
Well, I think if you do enough research and you can really tell them, show them all the things, right? All the pictures and the way to wear it and the dimension on a body, I think that's sufficient enough.
And that's why I like the way we do things, because, I'm live in front of you. And sometimes I do what we call Total Request Live, TRL. Do you remember that from MTV?
Yes.
So I
Carson
have,
Daly.
Yeah, everything on the back wall. And I say, you pick, what would you like me to try on? Do you have questions about a specific bag? And if it's quiet, then I'll just go and, grab one myself, start trying it on. But that's what I love about what I do. I'm able to try things on for you. Can this be worn this style? Can that, chain come off? Can you put a different strap on there? And I can tell you and I can show you exactly how that would work.
I think too, it's great for someone that maybe wants a few bags instead of one. Let's get 3.
Right. And that has happened. Somebody comes in for a specific bag and they see another one and, I've been known to make a deal on a bundle. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Options are a girl's best friend, in my opinion. Right. It's interesting how you're make sure that the handbag matches a lot of stuff in your closet. I think while that's important, if you have a neutral bag, then get a fun color. Right.
I always say, don't be afraid of color. Let that handbag be an accessory. So my personal collection is super colorful. I think I have one neutral bag. I like that to be a pop with my outfit.
And the one thing, you don't have to match the bag to your outfit. I think it looks better. I have a red, true red, what is it, the Alma that I wear.
Okay.
It's the Epi leather that I wear all the time. And it doesn't matter what color I'm wearing because red is actually, it's not cool and it's not warm.
Right.
So
you
it's
can
neutral.
wear it with just about everything.
Yeah. I also have a Kelly green double flap large Chanel bag that I wear with everything.
That's a rare color. Did you know that?
Yes. That's why people have stopped me in the street asking me to give them their bag. I'll buy it from you. I'm like, no. This one's staying.
Right.
But yeah, it's good that you can, have fun and play with the accessories. This is what makes accessories so fun.
Right. Yeah.
It's not just scarves or a hair thing or glasses or lipstick, belts or shoes. Those are all great accessories, but handbags.
It's a functional accessory.
Oh, I like that. Yeah. I'm not holding up my pants with it. I'm holding up other things with it.
Right. Yeah.
Jamie, tell me how your store works with the customer.
Sure. First of all, we are not your typical brick and mortar store, so it's no storefront. I do have a beautiful showroom. And if you are here in Las Vegas and you have your eye on a specific piece, or you want to come to me and consign something, let me help you sell. We are by appointment only. You can go to our website or my Instagram. I'm happy to talk to you. You can direct message me. We can figure out the best time and day for you to come in and either take a look at hopefully your new bag, or, we can talk about consignment so I can help you sell something.
Okay. And how can people get a hold of you?
Well, I'm Vegas at season2consign.com. That is my email. Or you can go to my Instagram, which is season2consign_Vegas.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you so much
You're
for
welcome.
being on the show and talking about luxury handbags. Who doesn't want one of those? So
it's a habit.
it's a fun habit.
It really is.
If you want to hear more about fashion, luxury pieces, and any style tips, please hit that like and subscribe button, and find me at celestemore.com for any other information that you need. Thanks again, guys.